Studio production begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Community Foundation Spotlight. I'm Spicer Bell. I'm the president of the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore. And through this series of programs, we try to shine the Community Foundation spotlight on nonprofit organizations in our community that are really making a difference in terms of the quality of life. And today we're going to focus on the arts. My guest is Andrea Hamilton. Andrea is the Executive Director of the Art Institute and Gallery in Salisbury. Andrea, welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Well, glad to have you with us. ai&g, we'll use the acronym, I guess. It's what most people know it by. And Andrea, what exactly do you do at ai&g?
We have art education classes for children and adults and art exhibitions for both emerging artists and for seasoned artists. Our mission is that we enhance the visual arts on the Delmarva region through those two abilities. And we just do whatever we can to be creative around the arts, to create a passion in people and the same passion that we have. Mm-hmm. We want them to love art as much as we do.
So you focus on visual arts.
We do.
You're not performing arts. You're not, trying to coach rising young musicians or anything like that. You leave that to somebody else.
We do.
Why the arts? I mean, this is a very philosophical question, I guess. I mean, when you look at all the issues in our community, why should folks be concerned about the arts?
That's a question that comes up a lot, especially in a challenged economy. Mm-hmm. People are looking at every avenue that they give donations to, and they're trying to do the best they can to support a lot of programs. There is not a warm fuzzy that's surrounding the arts. But if you imagine a world without it, it's quite horrible. If you close your eyes and you look at what you see nothing. There's no color, there's no passion, there's no excitement. So it's important for a well-rounded person to have art knowledge, and that's why we focus on children, we focus on adults. We have a lot of seniors who sometimes are isolated in life, and they come out, they get involved. So we want that passion to be in people.
Well said. I think I've heard it said that the arts really bring color to our lives, and
they do. And
certainly it helps us be much more fully rounded individuals and as a society, really. So, who helped create and sustain ai&g over all these years?
The most important part has been volunteers. That's the key word. It was volunteers who began the organization back in the 50s. In the 60s, it was people like Myrna McGrath, Marie Cavallaro, Grover Cantwell, Angela Herbert Hodges. Those were all people who were in the background. Martha Graham, the Robinsons. It's volunteers that have made it all work.
Because you have a large staff, don't you?
We don't actually. We have, and you knew that. I know you knew that. We have two staff that are both part-time, but we're both very dedicated. We both love what we do. We love coming to work every day. Every day is like a different day. It's a different party each day, and it's fun. But it's the volunteers that keep things going. They drive our classes. They drive our programs. They drive our events, and without them, we would not be in existence.
So, well, your space is really wonderful to visit. Let's pause right there. Tell folks who aren't familiar, where are you located? Because you have a physical presence here in Salisbury.
We do, and a lot of people have said over the last few years that I've been there, I didn't even know you existed. So we're a well-kept secret. We're located in downtown Salisbury in the gallery building, and we're on the first floor, so our entrance is actually on Camden Street. We have a foyer gallery, we have a main gallery, the Robinson Gallery, and this year we're adding a fourth, which is our center gallery. That is going to focus solely on 3D work.
And you have classroom space there?
We do. We have a classroom. We have 15 instructors who teach with us, and we're seeking more. As technology has risen, so has the need for more instruction. There was a time that people said photography was not going to work. Well, photography has gone digital.
Mm-hmm.
And we have digital art in addition to digital photography. We teach classes in new genres such as book arts. On-site, we are the only gallery who has an on-site, fully functioning pottery studio. So we have 3 potters, Eric Hertz, Sarah Johnson, and Rob Johnson, who are husband and wife, and they teach the adult and children classes in the back.
Mm-hmm. You know, I attended one of your events a while back. I'm not going to remember exactly when it was, but you had several folks there who were doing art on their laptop computers, and it was just absolutely fascinating to see what they could do, and they were explaining the how-to of it.
And that's something we've tried to bring into this. We're trying to do more interactive exhibitions so that people can learn more from them rather than just watch them happening.
Mm-hmm.
Digital art was fascinating because it wasn't invitational. We invited 5 artists who do really incredible digital artwork to sit there with their computers.
Mm-hmm.
And people even had a chance to try it, especially children.
Yeah.
They were really loving that.
And you did did another project a while back that we supported that was for kids. It was a books as art type of thing.
We did a book art program about 3 years ago. It was a 1-week focus with something every day on the art of the book.
Mm-hmm. And I found that really, I had never thought of books as art before until we were exposed to that.
About a month ago, we held a book art workshop. There's a group called the Salisbury Book Artists that formed from the Book as Art program that we had a few years ago. And they conducted this workshop of, I think, 18 people were involved. And this workshop was awesome. People had an opportunity to just be able to try it and see what they could create.
Neat. Very, very good. What are the goals and what's the mission of ai&g longer term? Where do you see your...
Longer term, we're working to sustain our ability to function. We're working for securing our foundation, to bring in new and cutting-edge exhibitions. We're in a changing world. Mm-hmm. We're in a global crisis financially. And we've got to be creative to be able to have the funding that we need to move forward. And we want to be able to bring in new genres of art. We want to have judges that are coming from other areas that can teach our artists new ideas. So our main focus is that we want art to be a daily word in everyone's homes. Mm-hmm. And as we move forward, to be able to do that, we've got to increase our funding. We've got to reach a younger and family demographic. We've got to get more people involved, because when you have an organization that began in 1953, your organization can age out and probably has many times over the years. So the more people that we add to that, the stronger our organization will be.
Can families participate? I know you have children's programs, but can families participate?
Absolutely. We have, in fact, 2 workshops coming up in December that are for families. And one is a 2-week, 3-day program that is going to be making Christmas gifts in our pottery studio. We have another class, and this one is really fun. It's a parent and child interactive class where they make Christmas ornaments together. Some of them are infused with glass, so when they are fired, they look almost like jewels. So that's something that's really fun. We started that last year, and Rob and Sarah do a great job making that happen. But we also get families involved with volunteering. There are always options for children and for adults to help, especially when we're doing special events, working with things like the Salisbury Festival, with our See You in September event.
Now, is there a fee or a charge for participating in your programs?
There are fees for the classes. Each class has a fee, and a large percentage of that goes to the instructor, and a small amount stays with the ai&g. For exhibitions, there is a charge for artists to exhibit, and that covers the cost of prizes, awards, paying the judge, putting on the exhibition, creating the call for entry, that type of thing. But for people to come and visit, absolutely not. It's totally free.
Great, great. And you are in downtown Salisbury. I guess always to me the easiest way to give people orientation where you are is most people know where the WMDT studio is. They have the big letters on the side of the building. And if you're in that parking lot between the library and WMDT, and you're looking at WMDT, you're just down the hill a little
We're
ways.
just down the hill. And that's exactly what we tell people. We're 5 doors down.
Okay.
And our entrance is the first door before the gallery building entrance.
So well, great. Now you have as we tape this, you have one show going.
We have our fall members show that is closing this evening, or yes, this evening. I had to remember what day it was.
So when people see this, it's too late to see that.
It's too late to see that.
But you've got a great opportunity in December, right?
We do. Every December, we try to do something that is really going to show for our artists. We want them to be able to sell their art as Christmas gifts and Hanukkah gifts. We want them to, and we want to encourage people to come and buy art as a gift for someone special. So what we do is we do a holiday artist show, which sounds a lot better than starving artist. So we do a holiday artist with the hopes that the artist will make money before the holidays. Right. So that's coming up on December 2nd. And we're excited about this because we've created so many new opportunities for artists this year, and our artists, the number of artists competing in our exhibitions has really increased.
No, I'm looking forward to that. Let me take a break here. You're watching Community Foundation Spotlight. I'm Spicer Bell. I'm the president of the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore, and we're shining the Community Foundation Spotlight today on the Art Institute and Gallery, often known as ai&g. My guest is Andrea Hamilton, their executive director, and ai&g is located in downtown Salisbury. And the Christmas art show, what are your normal open hours for someone to visit?
Our hours are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. All third Fridays we're open until 7. Usually it's a third Saturday. We're open from 9 to 12, doing intake and being there for people to come in. And then we have minimal Saturday hours at this time, that is from 12:30 to 3.
Now, in addition to the show, you have a gift shop. That's really special.
We have an amazing shop. Our gallery shop is incredible. The gallery shop is unique also in the fact that for 25 years, over 25 years, it has been totally manned by volunteers. There's never been a paid staff associated with it. For over 25 years, Martha Gay, who's known locally, was the volunteer manager of that shop. She did the buying, she did the creating, the window dressing, everything. And about 3 years ago, we dedicated that shop to her. So our shop is formally the Martha Gay ai&g Gallery Shop. Last year, we did a turn. We decided to get away from more commercial product and bring in more artisan work, individual one-of-a-kind pieces. So what we have now is 90% is regional and local artists' works, such as pottery, jewelry, scarves, knitting, crochet, everything you can imagine, just about every genre of art. In addition, we supplement that with 5% that is fair trade from around the world. We get scarves from Indonesia, we get jewelry from Kenya. So we have a lot of things that are coming in with fair trade. And then we do that little bit of commercial product that you need to be able to supplement, especially for gift giving.
And again, same hours as your gallery hours?
Same hours. We are going to be open on Black Friday.
Ah, okay.
This is something that we think is great. We're going to be open on Black Friday and also that Saturday, so people can come in and do some Christmas shopping. Our prices are very affordable, and it is rare that someone comes in the shop and doesn't find something that they want to take home.
And it's an opportunity to support local artists and artisans and to support ai&g.
It is, because as consigners, people who consign their work to the ai&g, they agree to a 30% amount that comes back to us as a benefit. We handle all the taxing, we pay our taxes, do everything with that. But we really need to get more artists bringing unique things in. We've really this year added a lot of books. There are a lot of children's book artists in the area. That's pretty incredible. We just added 2 more from a man by the name of Glenn Linton, who's a hoot. He's just a lot of fun, and he writes Buster the Crab, and we have a book about Bob the Bluefish, and a lot of Eastern Shore type books for children.
I have checked those out for some of my grandchildren.
They're fun. They're really a lot of fun.
Now, we talked about the programs you go to do where there's a fee, and of course the gallery shop and what have you. What are the other? Where else do you get support? How is ai&g funded? I mean, it sounds like it's a variety of sources of funding.
And it really has to be. As the economy has changed, funds that were available for operating expenses have really dwindled. So we count on several sources. One is the Salisbury-Wicomico Arts Council, SWAC, the Maryland State Arts Council, the National Endowment for the Arts, the City of Salisbury, which gives us space for a minimal cost each year. And in addition to that, the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore is one of our greatest proponents. Through the Community Foundation, we have 2 donor-designated funds, and those funds are available to us by request for special projects. This past year, the Gassman Fund that was initiated by the Gassman family sponsored a national show, and it happened to be shortly after the time that Mildred Gassman passed away. Yeah. And her family was very gracious in bringing art for us so that we could have that available to tell people about this great lady.
Yeah, I know. I had the opportunity to set that up working with Miss Gassman. Apparently, it was fairly late in life that she started painting. But I think she was in her 70s, but she painted for a number of years. I remember visiting her home, and if there was a surface somewhere she could prop something up or hang something, she had one of her paintings, and it was a tremendous outlet for her. And she also traveled, and so she would paint things she had seen, scenes, landscapes, and all she saw when she traveled. And of course, she wanted to be able to share that passion, so she created that fund at the Community Foundation.
And that's something that's really important because, for instance, when someone passes away, people look at what they can do to make life better for someone. They might donate to a medical cause. They might donate to an animal cause. We need people to remember that there's an art cause, that through their gifts, through legacy giving, that's really important to us because that's money that's going to help us in the future and it's going to help us to sustain ourselves in the future. We count on other sources like our membership. Membership is a big part of the ai&g. We have over 350 members. Many of them are on senior levels. Our levels go from student, senior, family, individual, and then for a contributor. This year we've changed our levels and we've made them more affordable. And the reason for that is that we've added our first annual appeal. We've never done this before, but our accountant, who is Mike Highland, who is on our board, he has told us we need a sustainable source of income that we can count on, something that is going to help us with operating costs throughout the year. We're very good stewards of money that's given to us. We're very cautious with how we spend and making sure that we make the best use of every dollar we get. But having that annual appeal is critical. So as people get these letters, we hope that they will be generous and they will remember us through this time.
Yeah. Now, you have a website.
We do have a website.
Let's give the website address, and our fans here at PAC 14 will show it on the screen.
It's www.aiandg.org.
The AI and is spelled out.
And is spelled out. aiandg.org.
And if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, Let's give them the phone number for the gallery also.
The number is 410-546-4748. They can also find us on Facebook. We need friends, so friend us on Facebook. And as you're doing all of this, remember that there are a lot of opportunities to participate with the ai&g. Our artists enter exhibitions. We have sponsorship opportunities for exhibitions. Our galleries shop, the memorials, fundraising. We do 2 major fundraisers a year. One is See You in September, which is our signature event, and that is the precursor premiere to the national exhibition. And then in the spring, we do an Expose Yourself to Art home tour, which is great fun.
Let's talk, if we have somebody who might be interested in sponsoring an exhibition, how do they go about that? And what do they get for that, and what does the community get?
The community gets more knowledge about that business, for one thing. But what their dollars do, their dollars underwrite the cost of our exhibitions so that the funds that come in from entry fees help us to sustain ourselves. It helps to cover the cost of the awards and the prizes and setting up the reception and all of the things that we need, creating the call for entry. For the businesses, they get a great deal of exposure because we do signage at events, we do all the publicity to surround that event. They have a focal presence at our event where they can bring their materials and present themselves to the public. So sponsorship is really a great opportunity that we really do need.
And most all of your exhibitions start with a reception, and it's an opportunity for the sponsor to be there and meet the artists and things like that.
Absolutely. And they're also meeting a whole new demographic of people. What we've tried to do during this last year and definitely for the coming year is to hold our openings on third Fridays. So we're averaging over 250 people that come through our doors. So for businesses that are sponsoring us, that's a great opportunity to meet people that maybe didn't even know they existed.
And it's a great opportunity to get their own employees involved. And you have them come to those receptions and the showings and that sort of thing. Kind of spread the arts within their walls.
Well, they absolutely do. One thing that we've tried to do too is be a good partner with the community. Last year we held a 4-H exhibition in January, and the fun thing about it is we had a life-size cow in our gallery for a month. That cow was great, brought in more people than anything we've ever done. The only thing you don't want to do is come in the dark and see a cow standing there. It kind of scared the bejesus out of one of our instructors one day. But we also did an exhibition opportunity for women supporting women. They held their first Bras for a Cause.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Well, it was great because nobody knew what it was going to be. And it took us a while to sell this to our board, that it was going to be something really cool, but it was. Businesses, individuals, people who had been touched by breast cancer all created art bras, and then they were judged. They paid an entry fee for a ticket to be able to vote for the different bras, and all of those funds went to the Women Supporting Women. In addition, Peninsula Plastic Surgery sponsored our event, sponsored our exhibition, and people sponsor for different reasons. They did this because Cheryl Namazi, who is our board president, has traveled with the Paradas to Nicaragua when they've worked with their foundation and with people in need there and children with cleft palates. So they wanted to do something for us and for Cheryl. So that was a great bonus to be able to have them on board. And they actually came with materials and their staff was there and participated, so it was great fun.
And I'm sure if there are any other nonprofits out there that have any ideas for shows like that, you'd love to hear from them.
We would love to hear from them because, as I mentioned earlier, we really want to create more interactive shows where people can participate and they can have more involvement rather than just standing there and watching art.
And Community Foundation is using your facilities for a reception coming up in early December. Other organizations can do the same.
They certainly can. We have had other organizations. Back in October, a sorority from an education college group came and held their little dinner meeting that they do every year, and that was held at ai&g. And there's other people that look for events. They're looking for a small venue. We don't have a large facility for a large number of people, but we can accommodate about 100 standing.
It's a very comfortable venue, really. So.
Well, it is, and we encourage people to come in at any time that we're open. Just sitting in the gallery is a great stress reliever. Mm-hmm. We have very soft classical music playing, and you sit there under the lights and you're absorbed in this art. We also have Wi-Fi, which is a nice plus. So bring your lunch, sit there, and then have a little Wi-Fi moment with your computer.
Mm-hmm. Great. Now, I want to review, for folks who might be intrigued with trying to get involved, there's membership. They can contact you and learn how they can become a member of ai&g. They exhibit sponsorships.
Yes.
There's a kind of opportunity. You're always, I'm sure, looking for volunteers.
We need volunteers. We continually need volunteers. Our gallery shop is in need of more volunteers. They typically work 2-hour shifts in the shop, 11 to 1 and 1 to 3. Some work 11 to 3, which is great on those days. But they are the ones who sell the product. They're the ones that represent ai&g in the front and are knowledgeable about our shop. Mm-hmm. So we're looking for volunteers there. We have several committees that make ai&g happen, such as our gallery committee, which handles hanging the shows. It takes from 8 to 20 people to put a show together from start to finish, including the people who bring food. And we're known for our food. Everybody comes for our food.
So, well, wrapping up here, Andrea, it's been great to update folks on what's happening at ai&g, and hopefully we've introduced some folks who maybe are new to the community or haven't ventured down before, and they'll come down and visit with you. Is there anything I should have asked that I missed?
The only thing is a couple of things that are coming up. We have our Holiday Artist Show that's beginning December 2nd. And that is coming up in about 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. People can start to bring in the artwork for that show this Saturday, which is the 19th, from 9 to 12, Monday, November 21st, from 11 to 4, and Monday, November 28th, from 11 to 3. So we would encourage people to enter that. On Saturday, December 3rd, is our Holiday Bazaar for our gallery shop. We need more people to come and volunteer with that. We really want shoppers. We want people to come and purchase items for holiday giving. We have now about 15 artisans that are going to be there with their product in addition to what we have. We have a soup sale, sandwiches. We need baked goods. There's always something that we need.
Lots of opportunities there.
The other thing that I'd want to mention is that we have two really incredible workshops that are coming up. One is called a holiday gift giving workshop, gift making workshop, and it's in our pottery studio. You'll be making between 5 and 6 gifts depending on what you're making, and it's over a 3-day period. Those will be ready around December 16th for your giving. But there's also a family holiday workshop that's making ornaments. This is a parent-child class. It's only $30 per person, and you can usually make 8 to 10 ornaments depending on what you're doing, and it's a great opportunity for families to do something together.
Great. Well, Art Institute and Gallery has been an important part of downtown Salisbury for over 50 years now. And if you haven't been there, make it part of your plans for visits sometime in the next few weeks. Andrea, it's been delightful having you here.
Thank you.
We appreciate you coming to spread the word about ai&g.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Great. And you've been watching Community Foundation Spotlight, and we're pleased to have you a part of this opportunity to shine the Community Foundation Spotlight on nonprofit organizations in our community. And thank you for viewing PAC 14.
Would you like to see your community organization or nonprofit group featured on PAC 14? To get started, contact us at 410-677-5014 or visit our website at www.pac14.org. PAC 14 is a great way to connect with your community.